Ho, ho, ho. Merry New Year? Yeah, well, it's 2020, and I realized I didn't do anything Christmassy, so here's a very late Christmas sort of episode E. We have a big gray box. It's huge, it's monstrous. It's gigantic. Typical SIG, beautiful as always. Let's see what's inside. Uh, ah, it's actually kind of disappointing. Nevertheless, classic SIG. SIG does things very well as far as packaging goes. Nice foam, I'll call them cradles. What we got? Little book, sticker, warranty card. Go through this really fast. Okay, done. For anyone that's asking, you got this. And then you got all of this. I'll let you pause, have fun, do whatever you want. Done. Now, fair warning, I bought this used, so that is why it has Butler Creek caps on it. This does not come with any sort of lens covers, so don't expect that. With that being said, Butler Creek does nice caps if you're ever looking for them. They're fairly inexpensive. Right off the bat, it's typical SIG. It's got a beautiful fit and finish, i.e. SIG Romeo 5. I really like that little red dot. And one thing I wasn't expecting, this is assembled in Japan. Now, it doesn't say made in Japan, so who knows if the glass on the inside is sourced from elsewhere, but it is nice to know that it's at least made in a competent country that makes really high quality stuff. It also has all the key features that I like in an LPVO, which includes a very nice large dial for your illuminated reticle and capped turrets, because I don't think you need quick adjust turrets on an LPVO. One interesting feature about this that stands out right away is that it comes with a slight raised portion here, like a cattail, so you don't have to worry about buying any aftermarket solutions to get a better purchase on this. It does have a nice green fiber optic tube in there, so when you're looking down it, if I can get some light on it, it does pop. It pops. But one thing is it goes from 1 to 4 to 5. So this is a 1 to 5, which is pretty nice. There aren't many 1 to 5s on the market. Typically it's a 1 to 4 or a 1 to 6. This decided it was going to split the difference. So kudos to them for trying to fill that middle ground. However, if you're going to be going to a 5, why wouldn't you want to go with a 6? But, that is what SIG decided to do, and they do what they do. Enough jabbering on. Let's get to more of the important parts, which would be the turrets. One nice thing about the illuminated turret is it has off in between every sort of level of on, which is really nice. And if you listen, good solid detent, and it's really smooth to turn. And it does click in and stay put. One thing I don't care for is just how far it protrudes out the side. I could see this getting caught on stuff, as opposed to the elevation and windage turrets, which are, well, they're capped, you don't have to worry about it. They're a lot smaller profile than the illumination dial. I do like how this is labeled. Might be a little bit tricky to see, but there are 50 MOA per revolution. They are in half MOA clicks, which makes sense because this doesn't need to be that precise anyway. And let's listen. Might be a little bit muted, but they're very positive. There's very little wiggle. They're solid. I do like the design of these knobs. Very easy to grab hold of and twist. So no issues there. And there are 1, 2, 3 set screws to reset your 0. That's another nice thing. This is fully secure, and it is properly clocked. What about the side? Oh yeah, look at that. Same thing goes with your windage turret. There are total of 50 MOA adjustment, and it does have the same turret that you'd find on your elevation. However, this is not the same knob. As you'll see, it starts from 0 and goes, it would go plus or minus 2 MOA, as you can see right there. And the reason for that is to go left or right. Now, let's look at the reticle and the illumination together. I am a fan of a pretty simple reticle, and this is very simple. Maybe even a little bit too simple. The circle is nice. It does help get you on target a little bit faster. But there are no real hash marks indicating any sort of BDC. Yes, you could use the circle. You could figure out the information on the size of it and your drops for your gun and blah 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 blah. But it would be nice if there were dedicated hash marks underneath it, along with a little bit better with any sort of windage callouts for that matter. There are a total of 10 illumination settings, one of which is IR, which I cannot test because I do not have night vision capabilities here. However, let's crank through them. I'm expecting this to not be very bright until we get right towards the upper end, but let's give it a crack. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 would be the IR. So 9 would be our brightest setting, and it's kind of overcast right now, and it currently is looking pretty good. One last thing I forgot to mention is that it does have a quick focus eyepiece, and it is very stiff, but that's a good thing because you don't want this to come loose. It also has a nice little fiber optic green dot, so it helps you line things up. Glass looks good. So far, I'm impressed with this scope. It seems like another quality SIG product. I can't wait to run it through its paces. As far as the box, it's just gigantic, but it's a really quality box, just like all the SIG's products. They decided just to make a box that would fit everything and call it quits. I'm looking forward to putting this through its paces, and I hope you are too. Thank you very much for watching. Have a happy and healthy New Year. With that being said, Butler crap.